everyone. Um, I don't know where to start, but I was getting all kinds of stuff. But anyway, first I wanted to say, um, with the last video, no, I wasn't angry. No, God was speaking, and some others were speaking through me. And if it did sound that I was angry, well, that was them. I was showing you how angry they were. But anyway, with all this stuff that's happening and all that, people putting things up, trying to scare people, blackouts and all kinds of drama and all that. I want to know, how many are scared with all that? You know, and then going by, I forget the name of that cartoon. Crap. It was really for adults. I can't remember the name of the cartoon. But anyway, I keep seeing it pop up, that cartoon. I mean, it's not really a cartoon. It was a TV show. But, speaking about, the future and all that. Whatever, For some reason, my dad loved that show. I don't know. People are going by with all that. I mean, yeah, things are happening. But I want to know, does anyone, think about or, you know, how can I put it? That God wouldn't let that happen, whatever it may be. I mean, when I see this stuff, I just, walk away. And I haven't been on. Or are you asking, God, that, you're putting it out there, that you count on Him and Spirit not to let it happen? But most of all, with some stuff, see, I know God won't let it happen. But I'm only one person. The problem is, you see, me and others, we're here, to make things better. And, with ones I know. Well, I don't know them, but, ones that are given, advice, I guess influencers, I don't know, coaches and stuff like that. And then us, we read, give messages, etc., to help. Thing is, why is things happening? I mean, are you thanking God that, things don't happen? Or is it that you are in that fear and repeating stuff? So what are you doing? I'm not speaking that everybody. I'm just saying, just putting out there what bits and pieces that, they were telling me, and then just putting it out there. I mean, the government's supposed to do what they're supposed to do, We're supposed to do what we're supposed to do. Everybody complains that things, we don't have money, we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't do blah, 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 whatever. What's being done? Why is everything happening? And it's always the worst things. Why is it happening? Instead of doing the right thing and making sure that it doesn't. People, complain. They don't have money. So what do? They go and, go out there and I can't stand the words scamming and whatever, out there that is happening. Oh, you're doing it because you have children. Or whatever. That's what you grew up with, so you have to do it. Whatever. Don't you have consideration, that most of that it's being done to are, these ones that they're so happy to be speaking to, all these catfishers or whatever you want to call them, or, oh, I'll do anything, they love me. Meanwhile, they're sitting behind the screen because, they can't go and do things the right way. They're laughing their freaking asses off. Arses off, whatever. Because it was done, they got away with it. So it just continued and got out of hand. People take in innocent ones, put everybody involved, again, not thinking, okay, people are trying to destroy things. Don't you think that you're going to be in with it too? That you're not going to get destroyed? You know, everyone should come together. You know, stop thinking, oh, well, we need the money, we need that, whatever. It doesn't matter. Stop thinking only about money or whatever. Why don't you do things, and actually learn what love is and bring it all in together, and maybe things will start doing things. Or, hash it out, not, you know, angrily or whatever, talk over, okay, how are we going to do this? Put the ideas together. We're here, we're supposed to, protect our people or whatever. Instead of getting arguments involved with, the whole entire world. I have nothing against anyone, okay? I'm just bringing things up that I'm hearing and that I've been, hearing. You see, me, I do what I have to do. I don't get into all that unless I have to. I don't stick my nose where it doesn't belong. If I have an opinion or an idea or whatever, hey, I get the phone or whatever, call you up and say, hey, why don't you just do this or whatever? Or go to the town meetings or, bring up ideas, etc. Then that's when I get involved. If I see something or if I'm told to go and say, hey, whatever. People get into people's business for the wrong reasons instead of helping and bringing the world together. But no. And others are just sitting back, letting people just, get away with it because, you don't know what they'll do or whatever. Well, you know what? This is all drama. I mean, you know what I mean. BS. Instead of helping each other. Things are went up even more. Maybe if you did things, how you're supposed to, maybe things wouldn't, like I said, get damaged or, if a wind comes, knocks things out. Well, maybe if you had did it another way or whatever, or stronger, or I'm not into that kind of stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, I did electric work. I did plumbing work. I did whatever. But I learned very little just to get the job done. That doesn't mean that I'm in that field. You know, I mean, there was a lot that I had to, learn, as in, okay, when you're doing electric work, make sure that a person hears you before they turn it on while you're still putting things in and you don't get zapped, stuff like that. I don't know why people can't just help people, you know, out of kindness or whatever, how you want to say it. I'm not into this mushy and, telling people what to do or how to do it or whatever. You need to figure all that out. I'm not there. You know, people, taking from people, whatever. Go out there and work like everybody else. You know, everyone should have a job. But the thing is, be grateful instead of trying to ruin what you have. And companies, and stuff like that. Why is it that no one can get in touch with anybody? You know, again, I like to know who, what someone did. I was going through things, because I was waiting on something. So I figured, let me go through something. And I noticed ones that I was following still, you know, I went to look and I wasn't. Wonder how that happened. And when, like I said, mentioned in my other video, I like to know, how is it that, I follow all the rules and, being thanked for doing that and etc. or whatever. But you can't, you know, write a comment. And then when you go and, ask, you can't get in touch with anybody because the support part doesn't come up. It says that, it went through, but when you go and look, it's not there. So I like to know. You know, with some, it's like I can't even say, oh, hi, or, check in. If you want to have a business or whatever, if you can't, the ones that are being hired or whatever, if you can't handle or, you don't care or whatever, then why are you working? You have to know and look into things if people are having problems. Instead of, all of a sudden, people can't get in touch with anybody. And this didn't just start it. You know, ones who take from, others, especially when if they have children and stuff like that, you know, don't you think that they're trying to, figure out how to provide and stuff like that? And it's always ones, that once they do and everything, people think, oh wow, oh wow, they're doing good. Oh, let's go take it from them. Not knowing what they had to go through. And because you see that they paid one bill or whatever, you think that they have way more. People assume too much. You know, it's like people who, involve their children in whatever they're doing, you know, we all know what that is, and, you know, and other things. Is it other people's fault that you didn't bond with your children or whatever? You put fear in them. Oh, you got to do what I say, and, teach them stuff, and then target ones who were trying to bond with their children and stuff like that. But, the thing is, people saw all this. But who's the ones that, got way out of hand, and that, you know, you never got to, really bond with your children because, you're not with them. Meanwhile, all the ones that are teaching to do wrong, they still have theirs, but they don't give a shit. I mean, really. So, why is things happening? Now, this has been going on for a while. Okay? Things should have been, already, you know, action should have been already taken. You know, even more stuff. Foods are being taken off the shelves and whatever else. Why? You mean to tell me that you know, whoever is doing all this really don't care? Now, the thing is, if you don't like what's going on with you, or, you think that by taking other people's lives and, or whatever, thinking that it's going to help, that yours or ones around you aren't going to also? I mean, there's a lot out there that is grateful for their life, is grateful for what they have. You know, because how people look, or or how young or how old they are, people don't listen. People don't listen to anybody. I mean, there's a lot of reasons. you know oh, you're too young. Back in my day, we did this and whatever, blah blah blah. Okay, well, you got through. Well, you need to go with, you know, making it even more better. Doesn't matter how old you are, unless it's, way out there, you know. People don't listen to each other. Nobody communicates. Or, because people put fear, oh, well, why should I talk? Nobody listens to me anyway. People think, oh, well, that's strange. Well, the thing is, when people say that, I always say, well, they're pissed off because they didn't think of it first. Or, you speak to somebody, you know, and they say something, oh, what they're going to do or whatever, and that quickly, other than, trying to talk them out of it, oh no, that's not a good idea, blah, 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 whatever. But that quickly you go and you do what needs to be done, because that one that was saying it really didn't know, but you took the idea, and then finally when that person, was getting all things all worked out and stuff like that to present it or whatever, they can't do it. Instead of being, happy for someone or whatever, everything's backwards. Everything is like, I don't know. You know, the expression is, sit back and, take things in and look around and learn and whatever, but people take it as, you know, oh, wow, I'm sitting back. I'm not doing anything. I'm not speaking up. I'm not, no, doesn't involve me. Well, eventually it will anyway, because people, get everybody involved and then they do something where, it affects others. Instead of, nipping things in the butt right away. As long as it's not near you, around you, or you're not going through it, who gives a crap? You know, oh, that poor person don't know who's doing it. Wow. Oh, well, we do. You know, who's going to tell them? Oh, maybe that person will. I'm not getting involved. That's how it is. It's not just with what I was saying. This is with everything. You know, and it's always with, jealousy, envy, whatever. Well, why do they have that person? Why do they do this? Oh, why did they get that? And I didn't. Well, go to frig out there and go do it or go get it. You don't take from people. I mean, it's got to the point where, people are doing things like, you know, trying to fit in. Instead of doing things, I don't know, genuine, like being them, but with kindness. I still like to know how I'm getting all these things that I put a resume in. I'm still getting all kinds of stuff. I mean, that other one was from another, I don't know, another country. I don't even know where it is. You know, it's gotten to the point where no one trusts anybody. And that's sad. Instead of actually, feeling it and knowing who you can or can't trust. And then you get ones out there trusts everybody. Yeah, well, that was me. Not that I was naive or, oblivious with things. No, that was my good heart, giving everybody a chance. Now, we'll see. I love the ones, keep, sending things. Oh, come join our, group. We'll speak about the Bible. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. I love God. God is good. I know he is. You don't have to tell me that. I mean, you know what I meant. It's nice to have, community, speaking about the Bible and all that, blah, blah, blah. But when you never got one before and now all of a sudden you are, uh-huh. All these, job offers. No. Especially when, you didn't put any resume out there or whatever. Oh, your name came across in your resume. Really? Who gave you that resume? Who gave you my name? Or who's pretending to be me? There's only one me. And as I said in my other videos, why is it that you have to be like somebody? What do you think, your ancestors are thinking? Oh, they don't want to be part of us. They have to be like them when they can just go and do and receive what others are when they are being them. So, for all the ones that want to, ruin their own bloodline and, diss, your ancestors or whatever, you go ahead. Don't involve anybody else. If you want to go steal or, scam people and whatever, don't involve others. Don't get people, involved with people that, you want a person, but, you need to break somebody up or, trying to do all kinds of stuff, lies and all that, just to have them for what? To break, a good 2 people up and You finally get them and whatever, and then you treat them like shit. Because, and then eventually you do know, because of you cheated on them or whatever, don't think that it's not going to happen to you. You're supposed to be in a relationship that, lasts and whatever. You have a good person. Why ruin it? Or you are meeting a good person. Why ruin it? Instead of going into a relationship, with your other brains, male or female, or get whatever you want. It's not only about all that, just doing things together, supporting and whatever, etc. That's involved also. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they wanted me to bring all this up, and I know I did before. But, everybody's saying, oh, well, it's in the Bible, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. You do know that if it's in there, because I don't remember it much about it. Don't you think that they were saying that it could? And that it was also saying, okay, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to not make it happen? Why is it that people, thrive on everything what's bad? Well, this could happen. Oh, this is going to happen. Blah, 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 whatever. How many chances, years behind us, whatever. Doesn't matter how old you are. What they said, these theories and whatever. How many times that it didn't fully happen, because God made sure that it didn't. And there was even more, like, back where they were making sure that it didn't. So, are we going to sit back or are we going to nip it in the bud and make sure that nothing, we're going to, figure out how to put more, make things better. To prevent things from happening. But like I said, I don't get into anybody's business. And not only with me, what people went through. Did I take revenge? Did anyone else? No. 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 No, you sit down. Just wait 2 minutes. So did I take revenge on any of whoever you are? No. Did I put everything in God's hands? Yes. I don't know what he's doing, but I know it's not not going so well for you. But thing is, as I said, I put it in God's hands because he can go, give you the punishment in many ways. Like I said. And also, like I said, if I wanted to get back at any of you, I would have done it a long time ago. But the thing is, I would have made sure that it never happened again. I mean, I could still do that, but in a different way. God's going to handle everything. Don't worry. But I'm also not going to sit back. Not anymore. I already, spoke to, well, God, obviously, and everyone else up there. But down here, I spoke to a few. And all I said was, don't ask questions. So, I'm helping God. I'm going to take action. I'm not waiting and waiting and waiting. Because truthfully, this is all, drama that was all put on that I didn't ask for. That belongs to others, that they were too lazy to figure it out on their own. So now you will. And know what it's like not to, bond with your children or be around. And, thing is that as I was going, I'll just say, let's say, for the 7 years that it really, you're going to know. You see, I do my little, I don't know what you would call it. Like fasting and stuff like that, whatever. But for those 7 days, 7 years, you know, more on, but off and on. What was it? I think it came out to 2,555 days. That, off and on. Because it was constant every single day. More than once a day. And how many different groups? There's more, but I said it was up to what? 10? 10 different groups that had either 5 or 7 or, a whole bunch that I had to, heal from. I came up with a way, but, would have made it, making sure that, others ate and stuff like that. But would you protect your family? Would you do this? No, you wouldn't. Well, if you didn't want to go through what you do to people, well, now you will. Plus, like I said, everything else that, you were supposed to go through, but you pushed it on to others and et cetera, all the stuff that are being contaminated and stuff like that, affecting others. Because I'm doing one more thing, to make sure things are going to get done. Again, it did Spirit, God, and whoever else, our ancestors, did they ever give up on us? No, they didn't. Whoever chose not to listen, what's the difference? You probably didn't listen down, while people were here anyway. So what's the difference? Or you didn't know them. So you think that it's not a difference. Bullheaded. Or whatever. People say, and I also said, why don't we take, what our ancestors did that was good, and combined it what we know today and continue to make things better. Not what they actually went through, as in, blackouts and whatever, blah, 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 live in the, the ice age and etc. No. Who would want that to continue? They don't want us to go through that. They want us to make it better. So now it's up to all of you. You know, you need to start paying attention. And all these companies, you know all about all these complaints and etc. Things aren't being done. You know, who's supposed to be doing it? Don't you think that you should start, if you still want a business or whatever, instead of jacking things up, see there, you know, instead of things being like, you know, how it should be, no, things are put higher and higher and higher and higher. But you have to constantly, you know, what? Call, this needs to be fixed. You know, oh, we need to change this. We need to put this one in, you know, because it doesn't last. Or this doesn't, whatever. Why not? You all know what you're supposed to be doing. But no, everybody either is money hungry, don't give crap about others who are struggling, you know. I'm not saying that's with everybody, okay? And taking advantage of ones lying, saying, oh no, this is the best thing, or lying and say, oh, okay, we all care about you, let's change this, and you know, you get the same whatever, and it will be cheaper, we're doing this count and this one, but it's even more. I mean, you know, to change things, or, you know, especially if you have a big company or whatever, you know, place, you know, hook it up to their computers or whatever, and have everybody in the meeting and say, this is going to happen, this, whatever, we're going to start doing it, you know, monitor them, because everybody gets a customer or a client or whatever, how you wouldn't say it, and start keeping track of everything. And you won't have any more, you know, complaints that people are hiding from. I'm not telling you how to run your company, and it's not only with companies, you know, and I have nothing against any of you. But why is nothing being prevented when It can be. How's that making it better for, our children or their children? I mean, I don't know. This is long enough, and I can tell, you know, that somebody's like, eavesdropping or whatever. But I really don't care because whatever. Anyway, everyone have a great day. And no, I'm not angry. If you think this is, then you haven't seen anything yet. Some will. And everybody was warned about that. The ones that are going to see that. But anyway, everyone have a great day. And thank God that you wake up every day. Go, make it a fun day. And, some things you have to do on your own. Some things you do need help. And, always ask if you do need help. And know when, when things shouldn't be long, when to step in and say, hey, no, we need to, because technically things shouldn't be taking this long, like long. And I've been going through this since I was a baby. Now, no, I had enough. And with some, well, I should say, whoever, I said one day. So anyway, I'll send you some coffee, whatever you drink to start your day. Oh, speaking about drinking coffee and stuff like that, I came across a disturbing short reaction video. I don't believe that it was like, one of them, not pranks, but joking. Now, I'll leave it up to all of you. This person is like, now the person, I think the child was, I don't know, probably about 6 in school or 7. But that's how he looked. They looked. He was probably older, a little bit older. But the mom is saying how much of a good parent. Now, always said, you have to watch and check into, these energy drinks and stuff like that, like Red Bull and Monster drinks and stuff like that. You should only have one, but not all the time, because they, unless they changed it, they took all that other ones off the shelf and stuff like that. They found that they put stuff in it, where eventually, if you drink enough, causes cancer and all that other happy horse crap. And then if you drank more than one, max more than two, that it can cause, something with your heart. It's all over, where these young kids, they were drinking a whole bunch because they wanted to stay awake and stuff like that. And then what? They had either a stroke or something happened to their heart. They had a heart attack. They passed away, whatever. You have to do things, a safe way. But anyway, this person packs the child's lunch with a whole bunch of sweets and a can, one of the big cans of Monster energy drink. And then at nighttime, they drink one because all they want is sweets. Meanwhile, the kid is up, or from what they look like, I don't know, either they're like, sleepwalking or whatever, or, the child looked high as a kite from all that sugar. Not only then, with mixing it and stuff like that, could get diabetes or whatever. But that's all the child has. So I say, yeah, that's being a good parent. How about you guys? What do you think? I mean, if there's more to it with that video, because that's all that they had a reaction on, is that the routine. And it was like exactly like 3 minutes, maybe less. This is what I give. That's all they want. So I give it to them. So if there's more to it, and I don't know. I'm just giving an opinion with it. I didn't see the full video. If it was a prank or a joke or, whatever. But the thing is, you don't give a child that. I mean, it's bad enough for adults. But anyway, I'll leave it there. Anyway, everyone, like I said, have a great morning. or night. And whenever I'm back on, I'll come back on. Till then, I got some things that I have to take care of. Okay. Ciao.